That's why I had on several occasions, because they were asking me, do we have a plan B? We should have a plan B because Cameroon is not ready. And my answer was, Cameroon is plan A, Cameroon is plan B, there is no other plan, and tonight we're here. Tonight we're here to show the world that indeed, next year in January, Cameroon we will all make the people of Cameroon proud, and we will all make the people of Africa proud. So I hope I'm never going to be asked anymore, because you can't ask me questions when everybody sees that we are making such beautiful progress, and the competition is going to be very exciting. Now, two things I want to say very quickly. We spoke about increasing the prize money. We want to increase the prize money, and we're in discussion with sponsors, because we have to show the world that African football is as good and is amongst the best in the world. And one of the things we want to do is to provide, on top of the prize money, which will be won by the winning nation, and the discussions outweigh, to put aside prize money so that the nation that wins the Total Energies African Cup of Nations next year, there's a prize money that will go to the players, so that we don't experience the problems we've had in the past, that the players are demotivated when they qualify because they don't know how much they will make by way of bonuses. So we are working on those things. If you watch Brazilian football, if you watch South American football, if you watch European football, if you watch North American football, there are people from all over the world who watch football in those continents. And if you look at Africa, for many, many decades, Africa has produced some of the best football players in the world. And that's why we are very confident that we will build African football to make it self-sustaining, to make it competitive, but we will also build African football to make it amongst the most exciting, the most attractive, as well as amongst the most competitive football in the world. Part of our dream is we want to build towards having an African nation winning the FIFA World Cup. And there are many countries, there are many nations in Africa. We're in one of those proud nations, and there are many, many other nations on the continent, and we want to encourage them. And we have confidence in them that they will compete well. And in the not too distant future, an African nation will indeed win the FIFA World Cup. Now, the two other quick points I want to make is we have been meeting with many heads of states in Africa, with many ministers of sports. I want to thank my brother, the Minister of Sports. I want to thank President Biya for the partnership they have with football in this country. It's a wonderful example, because as we go throughout the continent, we are talking to many heads of state, to many ministers, and we're also encouraging them to partner, to support football in those countries. And we've asked them to increase the budget. In some countries in Africa, the money that is allocated for sports and for football can and should be increased. And I'm very excited that in my discussions over the last few months, many African heads of states have said we will contribute more, make more money available to develop football in our countries, and we will partner with football. Because when you invest in football, you invest in our people and you invest in the future of Africa. We also encourage the private sector. We do business in many countries in Africa, and I can encourage some of the businesses in Cameroon and some of the businesses in all of the 54 countries in Africa. It makes good business sense to sponsor and to partner with with football in each and every country in Africa. So I'm encouraging the private sector. Continue to do well. We want you to make money in Africa, but we also want you to partner with our people. We also want you to invest in football, because when you invest in football, you are part of the challenges, the dreams, and you're also contributing to the growth of the economy in Africa. When players like, we saw Roger Miller, when players like Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba, JJ Okocha, all of the wonderful El Hadji Diop, I saw Lucas here, I saw some of the most outstanding legends who are here with us. We're so proud of you. You've inspired us in the past, continue inspiring, and we are confident that football amongst the women and female football is also growing. And we encourage Nigeria, Cameroon, and all of the other African countries where football is growing to succeed and to do well. The final remarks I want to make is, for us in CAN and for us in football, we recognize that the success and growth of football in every country in Africa is inextricably intertwined with the success and growth of those economies. And we are ready and will continue to make our contributions. We recognize that we have a duty to contribute towards job creation, to assist with upliftment of the poor, to improve the living conditions of all our people. And football is a powerful tool and a powerful instrument to help in the overall improvement of the living conditions of our people. In conclusion, I want to thank once more, as I said, the President, I want to thank the Prime Minister, I want to thank my brother, the Minister of Sports, and I also want to thank all of our sponsors and our African legends who are here with us tonight, and to say next year we will see one of the most exciting, one of the most successful. Africa will show the world that African football is amongst the most exciting, most competitive, and the competition, Cameroon, Africa will be proud, and we will continue to do well. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Have a wonderful evening.
Patrice for that speech. Now, of course, you all know that we have African football royalty in the house, stars that have made a name for themselves here on the continent and as well globally. I have got a football legend, a household name, and a Senegalese football legend. El Hadji Diouf joins me. El Hadji, there you go, to the honors. Pleasure having you here with us tonight.
That's so good so far.
Oh, that's very good. You know, for the Africa Cup of Nations, there are always breakout stars. Who do you think could make a mark?
First of all, thank you very much. I have to say thank you very much for CAF to making the legend involving of football, because Monsieur Patrice Motsepe, the president of CAF, talked to us a lot. He wanted us to be part of football, and I have to say thank you very much for that. What's your question again?
Who do you think could be a breakout star or stars at the Africa Cup of Nations?
Definitely Senegalese person, like Sadio Mane.
I wouldn't expect any other ones.
Hey, of course, it's going to be Senegalese footballer. We have so many great players, but I think so today our main players called Sadio Mane and Cameroon love them.
Very good indeed. Well, talking about Senegal, you went through in 2019 all the way to the final. Est-ce que vous pensez que cette fois-ci le Sénégal peut aller tout au loin au bout?
Bien sûr, bien sûr. Aujourd'hui, vous pouvez demander à toutes les équipes qui sont là. Il n'y a personne qui a envie de jouer contre le Sénégal. Parce que le Sénégal, tout le monde sait qu'aujourd'hui, on parlera de l'Algérie, mais les deux favoris, pour jouer une finale, il faudra deux équipes. Et aujourd'hui, qu'on le veuille ou non, les deux favoris aujourd'hui de la Coupe d'Afrique, c'est le Sénégal et l'Algérie, et on l'assume entièrement.
Absolument. Bonne chance, merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Bonne chance pour la CAN. Merci beaucoup, El Hadji. All right, I do have another, getting an applause for that answer, absolutely a very good answer, El Hadji Diouf. I've got another African football legend for you, somebody who captained Leeds United and as well his country, South Africa, Lucas Radebe. Hello.
Thank you very much.
What a pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Now, during the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, we saw some, first teams qualifying for the first time ever, and other big names like your country, unfortunately, South Africa, sorry to remind you, that didn't qualify. What you saw, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd like to say that with South Korea,